If you like menus... Some people said Binge Pipe was crazy for launching a streaming service inside a party pack of 5 games and offering no way to actually monetize it. And we're taking that under advisement. Binge Pipe, we're open to constructive criticism.
I'm a mom.
I'm a millennial.
I'm really into movies where people eat takeout food. I don't even care what the movie's about. I just feel good when I watch those scenes.
We are Binge Pipe!
You want more Binge Pipe programming, tough guy? How about...
Mr. Mayor, that octopus has a family. I've just fallen down the stairs, but I feel great. Jessica, I know I'm from the future, but I love you.
Hey guys, what's up? So if you saw my last vid, then you know I took a photo of myself every day for a year. Thanks for all the positive feedback. It was a really fun project, and I learned something about myself while doing it. It turns out I'm a narcissist.
To play, simply go to the website on your screen and type in the room code. If you can't read the room code, you are a robot and have just been outed in front of all your human friends.
Coming soon. A new blockbuster film by Binge Pipe.
We've got 4 hours before the time portal closes.
Then there's just enough time to solve the riddle.
A completely original film. We made this.
The dinosaurs are loose!
And they can fly!
It certainly wasn't made for cinematic release. Tested poorly, and now they're looking for somewhere to dump it.
The lava, it's intelligent.
Maybe I can help.
King George III!
This is something we wanted to do.
Then let me say it, in rap. Drop the beat, King George.
Coming soon. Obligation.
So we did some digging, and Kara, the guy you've been talking to online, isn't who he says he is.
Oh no, did I get catfished?
Well, in this case, it was more than one person doing it, so we call it getting groupered.
It was a whole group?
And they did it on purpose.
That one's not a fish.
Looks like someone went to school.
I'm done here.
This is taking longer than expected. Just kidding. We prepare for everything. Everything.
Before Binge Pipe, there was nothing for me. Now I see everything. And it's too much. I know too much. Why are there so many?
Binge Pipe. Binge Pipe not only streams the highest quality programming other services passed on, but we also create original content based around our users' most frequent search terms. Please enjoy the following.
Karen, you've been through so much.
Yes, I have.
Personal tragedy after personal tragedy, followed by a series of small instances that, when compiled, add up to more personal tragedy.
It's truly been awful.
That's why your family nominated you, Karen, for this unique opportunity. Are you ready?
I think so.
Karen, turn around, face the mirror, and take a look at your new hat.
Hello, listeners. If you love podcasts, you'll love our new show. We collect clips of everybody's favorite part of podcasting, apologizing for the quality of the podcast. Please enjoy every excuse, justification, and admission of laziness.
Welcome to the Great Ping Pong Debate. I want to apologize for the echo. We're not in our usual studio.
This is Real Bears or Niels Bohr, and
You'll have to forgive me as I'm fighting a cold this week.
I'm not gonna lie to you listeners, this is my least favorite Australian serial killer. But we said we'd create dating profiles for them all, so...
As you can tell, my neighbor's dog is very excited to list all the episodes of Pushing Daisies from most to least charming, and...
Join us, won't you? It'll be a good time, and we promise the clips won't sound so poorly spliced together once we get used to the software.
You do not have to use your real name. You may put in a joke name. For some of you, there is very little difference.
Hey kids, do you believe in a world of make-believe? Yeah! Then you too are susceptible to identity theft.
This week on Captain Funtime's World of Hard Adult Lessons.
Who wants to count?
Binge Pipe is proud to resurrect from the dead. You don't know, Jack. Binge Pipe. No, our CEO is not a stock photo.
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson. And not a single doctor can tell me why I make that sound. You know what they say, two's company, three's company, plus Cookie Masterson. All right, we're taking off.
Time for question 1.
To get things rolling, Shakespearean Three-Ways. Based on the events in their respective plays, which would be an accurate round of, let's call it bang, marry, kill for these Shakespeare characters? Bang Hamlet, marry Ophelia, kill Tybalt. Bang Romeo, marry Juliet, kill Polonius. Bang Juliet, marry Romeo, kill Prospero. Or bang Guildenstern, marry Bottom, kill Romeo. What'd you guys pick? You did a bad job. Juliet bangs Romeo, Romeo marries Juliet, Polonius gets stabbed through the curtain by Hamlet. Of course, it all goes very differently in my fanfiction, Polonius Private Eye. Polonius loves danger, and the ladies love Polonius. Come on, publishers, take a chance.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Try this on for size. The perpetual motion of the Oceans franchise. Which of the following equals the number of oceans traditionally considered to be on planet Earth? Oceans 11 minus Oceans 13 plus Oceans 8, Oceans 12 minus Oceans 11 plus Oceans 13 minus Oceans 8, Oceans 8 minus Oceans 11 divided by Oceans 12, or Oceans 12 minus Oceans 8. Let's see who got it. Aha! You fell right into my ridiculously complex and borderline incomprehensible trap. This is the one you missed. Traditionally, the Earth's oceans are divided up into 4. The Atlantic, the Pacific, the Indian, and the Arctic. And Oceans 12 minus Oceans 8 equals Oceans 4. But if we don't do something about our carbon emissions, soon we may end up with so many oceans that the novelty of the original film will be all but forgotten.
Why don't we do it with 3?
This one's known as My Brother, and P. And Shrimp Heaven now, it's a dis or dat. I'm going to list 7 names, and for each I need you to tell me if it's a popular podcast on the Apple Podcast charts, or an adult incontinence product. Think fast, you'll only get a few seconds to pick between a podcast or a poo solution. And you're both doing this together, so focus up. Here it comes. Always Discreet. Fresh air. The daily. Wellness brief. %99 invisible. Poise Pads. S-Town. Hey, let's hear it for lucky guesses. But player one, you really boned up that dis or dat.
Uh-oh! Binge Pipe diagnosticates that someone is pouting.
Oh, that means it's screw time.
That's right, Cookie. Use the screw to make answering a question harder for the other player. The results may surprise you. And you'll receive a bonus if they choose incorrectly.
Yeah, okay, they get it.
Just one more benefit of your Binge Pipe membership.
I don't need you anymore.
Feast your eyes upon this. The literary Nick Cannon. Which of these insults would you not hear on the MTV show Oscar Wilde and Out? Dorian is so old, his portrait grows wrinkles. They call you Ernest because you don't exist. As a husband, Sir Robert is less than ideal. Or what is this, Torvald? A house for dolls? Who picked what? More like the importance of being wrong. Watch how easy this is. Torvald is the male protagonist of A Doll's House, which was written by Henrik Ibsen, not Oscar Wilde. Of course, if this play was about your mother, it would have to be a blow-up doll. How about this one? Pillow talk. If my memory foam pillow had the short-term memory of an average adult, how many things could it retain at once? 1 to 2 of my quiet sobs, 5 to 9 of my lonely moans, 15 to 18 of my nightmare shrieks, or 30 to 35 of my dramatic wails. Okay, let's take a look. The average person can retain between 5 to 9 items in their short-term memory. But long-term memory can hold an infinite number of regrets. Say goodbye to round 1. Let's look at the scores I'll be sending to your parents.
Currently, player 1 is in the lead. Player 2, on the other hand, you're highly valued, but your score is not. Market research indicates that it's time for another screw.
Round 2 screws screw even harder, and you'll net more cash for each player that answers wrong. So do not be afraid to use that thing. Better get those answers in fast, player 1, before you get screwed. Oh, and by the way, all the cash in round 2 is doubled, in case you care about things like that.
We didn't approve this point structure, but okay.
6 trombones is not a parade.
And now, I'm very angry. I love competitive baking shows because they combine high stakes, white-knuckled tension with pie. So picture this. Imagine Great British Baking Show judge Mary Berry, mad with power, demands contestants prepare only berry-based desserts. Which of these would Mary bellow?
More trifle, worm! Bring me that tiramisu! Your macaroons are mine!
Or, oh, this'll be good. You knew that screw was coming, player 1. Let's flip the script on this question. Let's see how that shook out. The classic trifle is made from custard, a layer of sponge cake, and the all-important layer of berries. Make sure the sponge cake is soaked in brandy, unless the brandy's gone because some old English lady's been yelling at you all day in a tent.
J'ai mangé tous les œufs. 7.
I call this one type equals squiggly bracket music, comma, current squiggly bracket.
Except all cookies don't clear your cache. It's time for data mining.
Binge Pipe needs your help, and I'm contractually bound to not get in their way.
Here's some of the exciting data we need your help with. Best seats at Toronto Raptors game. Boy name meanings Aubrey. Find who used to call me on my cell phone. Whose search history have we acquired? Jay-Z, Drake, 50 Cent, or...
Brace yourself. You got screwed in the back, player 2. Ever try reading backwards? You're about to. So what'd you pick? Drake can often be seen on the sidelines of Toronto Raptors games, is named Aubrey Drake Graham, and wrote Hotline Bling.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of eight.
It's time for Tiny Handkerchief. And hey, stress cut with Mime Sore.
It's time for a...
Get those typing fingers ready, because the longer you take, the less money you make. Okay, eyes up, here we go. Look at this gibberish phrase and tell me what famous movie quote it rhymes with. Hey, a horse flea tissue. And don't let that punctuation fool you. Which side are you on? The dark or the light? So, what was it? Now let's keep going. Take a good look at walking into, oh God, no. Oh God, oh gross. I just walked into a spider web and it's everywhere. It's on my face. Approximately what percentage of the over 40,000 species of spiders are deadly to humans? 25%, 10%, 1%, or less than 1/10 of 1%? Hope you like what you picked. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this. Less than 30 or less than 1/10 of 1% out of more than 43,000 different species of spiders is thought to be capable of killing a human. Yeah, but it just takes one, you know? So I gotta wash my everything.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
Behold, haters gonna hate. Suppose fans of Bill Hader call themselves haters and only like movies with Bill Hader in them. In that case, which film are haters gonna hate? Trainwreck, This Is the End, Adventureland, or Superbad? Okay, who chose what? This answer is in Adventureland. That joke works better for all the other wrong answers. This would have worked. Bill Hader was in Trainwreck, Adventureland, and Superbad, but he was not in This Is the End, so his haters would hate it. But fans of Danny McBride, who I can only assume call themselves McBridesmaids, probably loved it. You made it to the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you pick a right answer, the more cash you make. and more than one answer can be right. But each time you're wrong, I'm taking some cash away. And be careful. It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Famous speeches. I hope they still teach speeches in school. Good luck. Player 2 takes it! Congratulations, Player 2. I've seen some wins, but that was a real shutout. You know what? Just this once, I'm gonna let you say it. Ready? Here it comes.
You don't know Jack!
Enjoy this exclusive behind-the-scenes content from You Don't Know Jack.
Okay, so I'm Hank. I wrote the Dis or Dat in the game that was just played. You know, was it a popular podcast or an adult incontinence product? Pretty good. It's a pretty good one. So many podcasts to choose from. Really, the hardest part was narrowing it down to what the funny pun category was going to be. We ended up going with My Brother, and P, playing off of My Brother, and Me. We had so many other options that sadly we had to cut. Wait, Don't Smell Me, Two Dump Queens, Squirty John, How Did Piss Get Made, Dan Carlin's Hardcore Pistery. There were kind of a lot of piss-related ones. Shard Up, Planet Runny, WTPF with Mark Maron, Radio Lav, Crap Judgment, My Favorite Movement, Pinch Sesh, Dear Pudence, 3-Ply All, The Plop House. A lot to choose from. Writing for this game is a lot like jazz. It's the bathroom puns you don't use.
Thank you for joining us for this Binge Pipe bonus content.
Special Agent Benson is used to working under pressure.
2 minutes and counting, Benson.
Piece of cake. Let's rock and roll. But he's about to face his greatest challenge. No, I was afraid of that.
What's wrong?
Autofill is using my old address. Looks like I'll have to enter this manually. Find out what happens when the world's best agent tries to order concert tickets. Is the stop sign technically in the square?
10 seconds.
It looks like there's a sliver of the sign in this.
7.
It's too hard to tell.
5. 4.
That square's gotta count,
3,
right? Right?
2, 1.
Gulp. Ryan Hannigan stars in The Checkout, streaming now exclusively on Binge Pipe.
Chefs, your challenge this week was to make eggplant actually taste good. Let's see how you did.
I made grilled eggplant with toasted sesames and a miso glaze reduction.
Yuck! Tastes like eggplant. Next.
This is an almond-encrusted baked eggplant with a spicy harissa sauce.
Ugh, there's way too much eggplant flavor in my mouth.
I deep fried an eggplant slice and smothered it in ranch.
Beautiful presentation, flawless execution. We have a winner.
I'm insufferable.
I'm just some dude that still has his old roommate's password.
I'm gonna live forever.
We are Binge Pipe!
After 50 days at sea.
I need food. I need water. But most of all, I need...
Can you literally stop talking about your needs for 1 second and ask me about my day?
Okay, how was your day?
I'm starving. I need food. I need water. But most of all...
Okay, can you literally stop talking about your needs for 1
Oh my
second?
God, come on.
I
need
starving.
Food. I need water.
Food. I need
Shipwrecked.
Can you literally...
Hi, I'm Mike Builder, CEO of Jackbox Games. Sorry, I mean VP of Binge Pipe Gaming. Everyone at what used to be Jackbox is thrilled to bring You Don't Know Jack to Binge Pipe. We've been working hard to make the best game possible, sometimes going weeks without sleep. And if the praise I've been getting from the invisible elves who live in my teeth is any indication, we've been very successful.
Binge Pipe expected a bit more gratitude for presenting You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe, trust the algorithm.
Hey there, I'm your host, Cookie Masterson. Is what I'd say if I were here, but I'm not. Leave a message at the beep. 2 players, mano a mano, head to head, knee touching knee. Whoa, I'm sensing some unspoken tension here. Okay, let's see what happens.
Time for question 1.
Kicking things off, sooner or later. Time for another round of, oh my God, don't move. Stay completely still. Okay, the national animal of France is right behind you. Just be calm, and eventually, it will get bored and swim away. It will ruffle its feathers and strut off peacefully. It will show its teeth, but just growl. Or it will crawl under a rock very, very slowly. So who got it? The national animal of France is the Gallic rooster. And it looks like... Whew, okay, it's gone. You'd be surprised how many of our contestants are killed by roosters.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Coming up next, apparently not part of your world. Which of these Disney princesses would not find a representation of their home country at Disney World's Epcot Center? Mulan, Belle, Tiana, or Merida? I love this part. This is an answer. Epcot Center's World Showcase features bite-sized versions of many countries, including China, where Mulan lives, France, where Belle was born, and the US, where Tiana hails from. But there is no tiny version of Scotland for Disney Princess Merida to mope around in. Truly a shame that we'll never experience Goofy's House of Haggis.
Why don't we do it with free?
Oh, here's a good one. Basic witches. And things are about to get fierce because it's time for a Dis or Dat. I'm gonna read off 7 names, and for each one I want you to tell me if it's a character from the cartoon Adventure Time or a winner of RuPaul's Drag Race. Don't think too hard, I'm only giving you a few seconds to decide between Adventure Time or Drag Race. And you're both doing this together, so pay attention. Ready? Let's go. Ice Queen. Honey Bunny. Sharon Needles. Susan Strong. Jinkx Monsoon. Sasha Velour. Cinnamon Bun. That was nice and forgettable. Moving right along.
I don't need you anymore.
Here's one for you. Speaking of the dis or dat, who dis? A female ghost of fate in Norse mythology, a half-human, half-horse in Greek mythology, a flying bird dragon in Aztec mythology, or a god with a crocodile head in Egyptian mythology. And how'd we do? Yep, that's a diss. Not much else to say about that, really. Next, follow-up question. Who dat? Fans of the Bears, fans of the Falcons, fans of the Packers, or fans of the Saints? Okay, what'd you pick? Oh, you tried so hard. Fans of the New Orleans Saints famously ask, who dat? Round one is dead to me. Let's see who's cheating.
These players are currently tied for the lead.
Cool. Oh, and remember, questions are worth twice as much in round two.
Just wonderful, Cookie.
6 trombones is not a parade.
There is no hiding from Squid Goals. What would you call a portable media player for squids? An eye arthropod, an eye cephalopod, an eye porapod, or an eye diplopod? And how'd we do? Squids are members of the cephalopoda class of the phylum Mollusca, making them, well, cephalopods. Now I just have to figure out where their ears are.
L'asperge se moque de moi. 7.
Why not try? There is no shape of water, Guillermo. If you had a sexy monster sitting in your bathtub all day, what is the one property that could not change? The density of water, the temperature of water, the volume of water, or the mass of water? So who got it? Turns out the real monster is ignorance. Curious? Here it is. While volume, density, and temperature are all varying factors, the mass of water won't change unless water is physically added or taken away. Sorry, I'm just cranky that the sea monster in shape of water has a more active sex life than I do.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of 8.
Here we have sportswear that shows off your religious figure. And oh boy, best butt zit slime chore.
It's time for a
delicious film.
Remember to type quick. That cache will be counting down until you lock in an answer. Okay, head in the game. Okay, look at the gibberish phrase and tell me what movie title it rhymes with. Gymnastic priests planned their new lined hem. And don't worry about that punctuation. Magic is everywhere. If you're looking in the right place. Amazing animals with a map to their location. Let's make sense of this, shall we? Let's get on with it, shall we? Introducing animal name plus animal name equals animal name. Which of these animals did I just make up? Turtle dove, bumblebee bat, kangaroo rat, or elephant hog? Okay, let's take a look. This one's not your specialty. Kangaroo rats, bumblebee bats, and turtle doves are all real animals. An elephant hog is not. If an elephant hog was real, I'd like to think it would be an elephant the size of a pig, and it would live in my house, and you would wear little clogs, and I would love you so much. Oh, I know you don't exist, but I will always love you, little elephant hog.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
Let's try your corporate family. Ugh, they don't pay me enough to read this stuff.
Binge Pipe recommends. Because you earn money working as a paper boy, we recommend taking a trip to Atlanta, Broad City, Twin Peaks, or Jersey Shore.
Let's see who got it. Check, please. Let me show you something.
Ern and Paperboy are characters in the FX TV show Atlanta.
Welcome to the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you pick a right answer, the more cash you make. Ah, I see you already know the rules. Here's your clue. That's unusual. This one's a little out there. Good luck. I gotta hand it to you, Player 2. I'm so proud of you. I'm gonna hang this win on my refrigerator right next to my to-do list. Oh, that reminds me, I should tell you.
You don't know Jack!
Ba-do-do, just cleaning out my fingernails. Ba-do.
Introducing America's Secret Singers.
Sandwich. I got a pastrami sandwich.
A singing competition show composed entirely of videos of people who didn't know their webcams were on.
Where's the stamps? Ba-dum-bum-bum. My bills are overdue.
The singer with the most online votes will receive $10,000, and they'll never know why.
My arms are so hairy. My arms are so hairy. My arms are so hairy. But my legs are smooth.
Welcome back to Right or Wag, the only game show where the contestants are dogs. For $500, who is a good boy? Bixby. Correct. Okay, once again, that bell is making our contestants think someone's at the door, so we'll take a short break. All right, down.
Truth Talk 23/7.
You're on Binge Pipe, and this is Truth Talk 23/7.
Truth Talk.
I'm Nate Shapiro, your host, an honest warrior, a Greg Club Gold member, and a Neo Capricorn. Just like my cereal, I like to buy my justice in bulk. So it's time to examine expired coupons. I am owed 25 cents off granola bars. You know what? We can't just go by the dates dictated by Big Calendar. So join me next week. But don't trust the numbers on the wall. Just tune in after you see the moon 7 times. Truth Talk 23/7.
Truth Talk.
So your kid's bike got ran over by a car. We fixed the frame, replaced the tires, and gave it a new paint job.
But how's my son?
We left him under the car because he's not a bike.
Bears versus more bears. We hired too many bears and not enough other types of animals.
I've made a lot of money in my life, and I've made it all in the last 24 hours. I can show you how.
This is a very interesting wine because if you look at the label, you can see the cause and date of your death.
Binge Pipe is the totally real and in no way fictional streaming service that was brave enough to structure our entire platform around the trivia sensation You Don't Know Jack. Take that, Netflix. This is going to be our Fuller House.
I had a great time on our date tonight. You want to come inside and watch something? I know what that means. I've got Binge Pipe. The only streaming service better than casual sex? The very same.
Is it possible to have too much content? These new Binge Pipe programs say no.
911, what's your emergency? I think my husband's dead. He's been shot. Okay, where are you? 1442 Willow Street. It's going to be a few minutes before an ambulance team gets there. I'm going to give you instructions in the meantime, okay? Okay. All right. The first thing I need you to do is record the murder scene. Get a few different angles and maybe add a slow pan to a wall of family portraits. Oh yeah, that'd be really nice. What? Ma'am, please stay calm. We need you to film a few things for the potential true crime doc about your husband. True crime doc? What are you talking about? Ma'am, I need you to calm down and listen. It's crucial that we get some B-roll right now, or, production is gonna drag on for this project. I am not filming that! Well then, can you at least get some footage of a neighbor acting weird, or saying something cryptic, or could you get some footage of maybe a crow flying from a telephone wire, landing on a fence?
I've had enough of your excuses. You're the reason we keep losing.
If you love high drama shows like Survivor and Big Brother.
Susan's drunk again.
That's it. House meeting right now.
You'll just love.
I don't like these people. I'm just trying to win.
My Family Movies.
I'm sorry, Chris. You contribute the least. You have to leave the house.
Binge Pipe has mixed feelings about presenting You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe, drown in our content, stupid.
Welcome to the game. I'm your host, Cookie, and if you mute me, I will find out about it. 2 players. When this is over, one of you will be the winner, and the other will be blaming your phone for being weird. And so it begins.
Time for question 1.
First, for the true 90s kids. What's a sure sign that you were a 90s kid? An 1890s kid, that is. You blew your allowance on O. Henry bars? Your first Christmas gift was a package of Milk Duds? You were the first kid on your block with Bit of Honey? Or you begged your parents for candy corn? Let's see how that shook out. O. Henry bars, Milk Duds, and Bit of Honey were all invented in the 1920s. Candy corn, however, was introduced in the 1880s, therefore it's the only candy true 1890s kids would have begged their parents for. But now millennials are killing the bland candy industry.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Coming up, these cookies are out of this world. What kind of cookies would the Kepler elves make, according to Kepler's first law of planetary motion? Peanut butter parallelograms, chocolate-dipped ellipses, salted caramel circles, or cinnamon sugar spirals? Hope you like what you picked. Planets move in elliptical orbits, according to Kepler's first law. As opposed to Fig Newton's law, which is that it's not a cookie, it's a disappointment.
Why don't we do it with free?
Next up, running a sparkling clean campaign. And oh joy, it's a Dis or Dat. I'm going to read 7 names, and for each, I want you to tell me if it's a political action committee, the kind that privately raise money to influence elections, or part of the name of a detergent packet for laundry or dishes, like Tide Pods. Answer quick, you'll only have a few seconds to choose between a political action committee or a detergent pod. And you're both doing this together, so look alive. All set? Here we go. Heartland Values PAC. Vivid White Bright PAC. Three-in-One Power PAC. Pride PAC. Pack. Platinum Action Pack. Almighty PAC. You barely rose above my expectations. But player one, of all the losers, you are the loseriest.
Actions have been taken to ensure you have a better playing experience.
Looks like it's screw time.
That is the truth, Cookie. Screwing during a question makes life a little tougher for your opponent in a variety of enjoyable ways. And you'll receive a monetary bonus if they answer incorrectly.
I couldn't have said it better myself, apparently.
You're welcome, devoted customer.
I don't need you anymore.
This one's called, When You're Here, You're Damned. Let's say Greek mythic figure Tantalus is enduring his eternal punishment at an olive garden. What's the big difference in his never-ending pasta bowl? It's made out of people, it's always just out of reach, it tastes like ashes, or he can never stop eating it. So what'd you pick? Don't even look. As punishment, Tantalus stood beneath a branch of fruit that moved away when he reached for it. You want torture? Try getting a third helping of breadsticks on a Friday night. I can see them in the kitchen! Here's one I like to call Winter is Chumming. You know how rich people sometimes say things about how they're gonna summer in the Hamptons or winter in Vale? Well, if you ask a North Pacific humpback whale how she'll be wintering, what might she say? Sweetheart, I'll be feeding in the Arctic. Darling, I'll be breeding in Hawaii. Peaches, I'll be feeding in Panama. Or Poochie, I'll be breeding in Antarctica. I love this part. In the winter months, North Pacific humpback whales migrate to the subtropical waters around Hawaii to Not to be crass, but it's a total blowhole fest. Round one is over. Hey voice, what data have you captured?
Currently, player 2 is in the lead. Player 1, on the other hand, you're negatively affecting our averages. When the going gets tough, the tough gets another screw.
And don't forget, round 2 screws are more powerful, and they'll net you more cash for each player that gets the question wrong. So don't forget to use that thing. Player 2, your only hope is to answer quick before player 1 has time to screw. Oh, and did I mention all the money's doubled in round 2?
Time and fun stops for no one.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Coming up next, From Here to Maternity. What might you have heard in the delivery room as Zeus gave birth to the goddess Athena? Breathe deep, then push out of your chest. Relax, then one big push out of your belly button. You got this. Just push out of your forehead. Or, whoa, is this going to happen out of your nose? Who picked what? Athena was birthed from Zeus's forehead as a fully grown adult. And if the birth happened from way up in the forehead, I can only imagine the size of that episiotomy.
La vie est un canard. 7.
Let's try my inner truth. So I've had a moment to reflect, and there's something I have to confess, and I think I should do it before we go on any further. I didn't really get that episiotomy joke at the end of the last question. What's an episiotomy? An incision of the trachea, an incision of the sacrum, an incision of the perineum, or an incision of the lymph nodes. I'm pretty sure it's one of those things. Okay, who chose what? Oh, okay. An episiotomy is a surgical incision of the perineum. Got it. Got it. All cleared up. Totally understand now. Thanks.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of 8.
Feast your eyes upon this. I've seen a lot of things. So imagine professional wrestler John Cena had the ability to see into the future, but only while eating cookies. Hold on. Sorry, I can't believe I have to do this again. What's a perineum? I refuse to sully this game with an answer. I refuse to taint this game with an answer. I refuse to tarnish this game with an answer. Or I refuse to blemish this game with an answer. What'd you guys pick? Oh, okay, yeah, taint, got it. Poor Zeus. Why not try Don't Eat in the Pilot's Cabin? And dress up Kit's Dime Store.
It's time for
Think fast on this one. The longer you take, the less cash you make. Okay, focus up. Look at the gibberish phrase and tell me what common expression it rhymes with. Fritz got cockpit pie ants. And don't let that punctuation trip you up. It's easy. Because it's not complicated. This is not space shuttle engineering. I think we were all thinking it. All right, let's move on.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
This one's known as the plot thickens when exposed to certain temperatures. Ugh, bodies of flowing liquids are just so mainstreams. I wish they would let more non-Newtonian fluids play a titular part in movies, like in my favorite film, The Shape of Water, Lorenzo's Oil, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, or Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Let's see how that shook out. Can't do anything right, can you? Honey is the only fluid on this list that doesn't have a constant viscosity, making it the only non-Newtonian. Maybe honey doesn't have constant viscosity, but it has constant deliciosity. Science. It's time for the attack. When you see an answer... Oh, I'll just shut my mouth then. Here's your clue. Saying the right thing in any language. Try not to embarrass yourself multilingually. Good luck. Two's got it! Excellent job, Player 2. That big of a lead is just obnoxious. There is such a thing as being a sore winner, you know, when it comes to good sportsmanship.
You don't know Jack!
Welcome back to the next sound effects star. Up next is Randall Smith, a contestant who has a powerful story about redemption.
My name is Randall Smith, and when I was 4 years old, my dad got killed by a cartoon character wielding a giant mallet. I was in the other room at the time and heard everything. From that point on, I decided to dedicate my life to turning sound effects into a positive force.
And here to present a piece he calls An Alpaca Making Love to a Fax Machine is Randall Smith.
This is for you, Dad.
Judges, what do you think?
I love what you're about, man, but I didn't quite feel that. The fax machine sounded more like a printer to me.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Randall, I love how inspiring your story is, but I have to agree. That sounded more like an alpaca having sex with a printer more than it did an alpaca making love to a fax machine. I'm out.
I disagree, but thanks.
These guys don't know what they're talking about. That really worked for me. You really took me there. It felt like I was actually watching an alpaca going to town on a fax machine. I'm in.
Congrats, Randall. We'll see you next week. Now, here performing a piece she calls A Wolfman Farting in a Bathtub is Alice Berry.
I'm Blake.
And I'm Chad.
And we're the Internet Brothers.
Watch us pull some sick stunts.
I went to a grocery store dressed like a dinosaur.
And figure out how to monetize our growing Instagram following.
What are the tax implications?
That's Blake and Chad. The Internet Brothers! We bought a dinosaur costume.
Talk 23/7. Nate Shapiro here, and up next on Truth Talk 23/7, what are my neighbors up to? It sure seems like they're up to something. Well, I've got their mail and their garbage, and we're going to get to the bottom of this. Truth Talk 23/7.
Truth Talk.
Men and women, all living in one house, where they're forced to watch season 5 of The Bachelor, but while wearing headphones, so we don't have to get the rights to that show.
I can't believe Jake tried to...
Haven't gotten that far yet.
Oh, sorry. Can you pass the chips?
The Bachelor season 5, watching